My name is Nawi Huitzilopochtli with
Costanoan Rumsen Carmel Tribal Chairman Tony Cerda.
Can you give me more information, history, cultural information about your tribe?
Sure. Our tribe originated in the Bay Area and they came to Southern California in 1863 and we've been here ever since. You need to know any little details about it? Just
you can talk about like the language, the history, the culture, any information you would like the public to know to get educated on your tribe.
I think probably our migration is very unique because we traveled from up there down here because of atrocities that were going on at the time. There was a lot of people getting killed over in Central California. It was like during the gold rush era. So there's a lot of atrocities, a lot of people getting killed. A lot of times these things are romanticized and they talk about the miners, the 49ers and all that stuff. But it was really very dangerous. They would shoot Indians on sight. There was a lot of killings. There was a lot of massacres. There was a lot of rapes. There was a lot of taking of the women, the young girls, and raping them and then killing them. So there was a lot of that going on in Central California at the time, and it's all documented, and it's all real. There's no fantasy about it, and that's when our family decided to come down. Our tribal people decided to come down from that area. Now, one of our great-grandfathers, one of our great-grandfathers, his name was Sumu. Sumu was our fifth-generation great-grandfather.
Can you tell me how you spell it?
S-U-M-U.
Okay.
And when the Spaniards first came to San Francisco Bay and parked at Angel Island, the ship was the San Carlos. The priest on the ship was Father Santa Maria. The captain of the ship was Ayala. And they parked there at Angel Island, and they were there for about a month or two, sitting there because they didn't know if they should get off or run or what to do. So there's 5 chiefs that went on that ship. The head chief of those 5 that went on that ship as ambassadors was Sumu, our 5th-generation great-grandfather. And so that's where we come from. He was from the Huchim village, which is where Ohlone is now. And that's where those villages were, and that's where our people came down. When they came down, they were, his son was Tiburcio. And you hear a lot of stories about Tiburcio, and you hear a lot of stories about Rosario. Well, Rosario was Shanai, our other great-grandfather's great-granddaughter. And she married Tiburcio. They married in Mission Carmel, and marriage number 1052. And they married in 1834. In 1835, Maria Josefa de la Rosa was born at Mission Santa Cruz. They had gone now from Monterey to Santa Cruz. Then from there, they had two sons, Jose Abel and Jose Sustancio, that were baptized at the mission there in Santa Clara. And then from Santa Clara, they went to San Jose, and my tío Felipe was baptized in San Jose in 1863. Then in 1864, the daughter, her name was Ramona Silvas, she married our other great-grandfather that was from Southern California. His name was Rodriguez. He was a vaquero and a cattle drive from the Rancho Santana del Chino, which was on Antonio Lugo's ranch, and a cattle drive into LA because there was a big drought and the cattle were dying, so they were skinning them and sending them, as they call them, California dollars, back east to make shoes and leather crafts. So on his way on this cattle drive to Los Angeles area, he met Ramona Silvas, and they were married, and he brought her to the Prado Dam area, there by Chino. Prado Dam, my other great-grandfather, his name was Jesus Villa, was the first settler in this valley, before the Palomares. He settled there in 1830, and he married Concepcion Acosta, who was a Cahuilla Indian, and they were married and they had their children, and that's where my great-grandfather and his brothers and sisters were born, in the Prado area. My grandfather went on to be a vaquero and worked for the Chino Land and Water Company, and then later became known as the English Ranch, and still is there as the English Ranch. My father was born in the Sierra Vista Stock Farms, which was one of that same ranch when it changed names. Then my great-grandfather went to Diamond Bar Ranch with Frederick Lewis, him and his brother Francisco, and they started the Diamond Bar Ranch. I don't know if you know the Diamond Bar Ranch, but it's a big city now. And they're the ones that started it. My grandfather was a cowboy, and his brother Francisco was a blacksmith. He made all the horseshoes and the wheels and all the things that were needed. They were made out of steel. And that was his brother Francisco. So that's kind of our history here. I was born in Pomona, the same house my mother was born in. And we lived there all my life.
Can you tell me about the language?
The language, okay, our language is the Rumsen language. And the Rumsen language is a Penutian language stock. Penutian language stock is the Costanoans, the Yokuts, the Miwok, the Maidus, and the Wintus. They're the Penutian stock. The other ones, like the Paiute, the Shoshone, the Gabrielinos, the Apaches, and all those others, they're Uto-Aztecan language. And they go all the way into Mexico City, from Montana into Mexico City. And that's another language group. That's Uto-Aztecan.
Okay. Do you guys speak it, or you guys are reclaiming your language?
Well, we're reclaiming it. Our last fluent speaker died in 1929.
Okay.
And so since that time, we've been revitalizing it and learning it so that our children learn it, because we don't want to lose it. One of our tribal members is a graduate from the University of Cal Poly there in Pomona. And then she graduated with a master's out of UCLA. And she graduated from Claremont Graduate School. And she's a school teacher now. And she's the one who's putting a language manual together for us, for the dictionary and the grammar and all that stuff along with it. We're working on that.
Okay, I want to congratulate you for keeping your tribe alive, and thanks for the education. I'm sure a lot of people will be happy about this. Thank you very much.
Thank you.